Okay, so now's probably a good time to explain what I'm up to with this lump of steel, yeah? First, it will make a very important differentiation between a bushcraft knife, yeah, which is probably something that I would consider to be like that, you know, it's a really small blade for actually crafting something, you know, not really meant for firewood prep or anything like that, yeah. And then a bush knife, I'd always considered, and like I'm sure there'll be people that want to correct me, but a bush knife rather than a bushcraft knife is always quite a lot bigger, you know, so you can actually hack at stuff and get through the bush or something, yeah. What I'm attempting to do here is put a bunch of different things together. So a bush knife you can still use as a knife and work with your hand against the blade, yeah, or not against the blade, but up close to the blade with a good balancing point, so that where the blade meets the handle, like, you know, you're expecting it to balance there. That way you got something that feels nice in your hand, so it's not trying to pull itself out your hand. It doesn't feel like a lump of wood in your hand, and it doesn't feel like a sledgehammer. You know, if you've got something that's really blade heavy like a machete, which is great for swinging around because it's got the weight at the tip of the blade, but it's not really great for fine stuff. You know, you never get your hand in a position to really work on something fine without the weight of the blade dictating where it wants to go. You know. With an axe you're alright, because, I don't know, let me just grab an axe. What most people do instinctively with an axe, yeah, is if you're trying to get through something, you hold it down by the palm swell, you know, the lumpy bit at the end. But like, if you're trying to do something fine, and lots of people do fine work with an axe, I do fine work with an axe, you choke it right up to the head, or sometimes I even actually, if I'm doing really fine stuff, I can put the head in the palm of my hand, and all the weight's in your hand then, you know, right? The handle is proportionally like a very small percentage of the weight of this axe, so it's not really trying to pull it out of my hand or anything. Not like one of those steel handled axes that probably wouldn't be nice to work with like this, but it'll get an edge on a sharp axe. You can do some really good fine work like that, but then it's not really great for other jobs. Like, I probably wouldn't want to try and skin an animal like this, and you know, an axe loses out to a machete in lots of areas, like you know, if you're slashing undergrowth, if you want to make a little clearing to put your camp up on that. So this is the Turbo Concrete Mega Eagle Ultimate Bush Knife, yeah, not a bushcraft knife, fucking bush knife, yeah, and this is inspired a little bit by a knife that's fairly new on the market. I'll put a picture here now. It's I forget its name, but I'll put a picture here. You know, hopefully you're looking at it right now. So that it's got a 2-position handle. So it's not quite 2 hands width, the handle. You'll notice from the picture I just put up, you can probably get your hand on there 1.5 times, but I'm taking this to the extreme, yeah, so just out of curiosity as much as anything else, you know, hopefully it works and it's not shit, but if it is, then that's why no one else is doing it. But hey, you've got to try these things to find out, yeah. So whole point of this, let's go over this quickly. Whole point of this is so I can put my hand here and actually get my thumb over the work that I'm doing, you know, and have a balancing point right on the right where the handle meets the blade. It's not an overly long blade. I went with a round tip as opposed to a flat tip. Probably not the best for hacking up lumps of wood. It'll do it, but you know, axes generally have fairly straight bits on them, as do the heavier machetes and stuff, because you don't want to hit something fairly solid with a curvy tip, because it'll try and sling it back towards you. But curvy tips definitely better for slashing. I think it actually speeds up things as they pass over it, you know, like as you're slashing away, rather than something just dropping off the end of the blade, it has to speed up as it. I think that makes sense in my head anyway. Probably not to none of you guys, but Maybe no, maybe I'm just chatting shit. Anyway, so what we're aiming for here is a balance point there, one hand grip there, thumb right over the root of the blade where you're going to be doing fine stuff. I might put some checkering there to make it a bit grippier for the thumb, and then another position where you can grip it right out the back here, and slash and chop with it. Yeah. So I'm either going to create something that's terrible at everything, or okay at everything, or hopefully absolutely amazing at everything. Stay tuned to find out, because I'll give this a thorough testing when it's done. Yeah, cheers.
Radio 90s. Right now I'm active member of the FM community. Oh, only the other day I put the telly on and I was looking at the things and I saw Floggy.
We beast the baddest click up for this.
As you can see, I've completely peppered the back of this knife with holes. I just cannot get the CRG quite where I want it. I mean, that'd be okay if I didn't have to put scales on it, you know. I'm gonna try it and just use really light wood. I'll use ash, and if I take it from the edge of the plank, it'll be you know, the new growth wood, so it'll be nice and light. And maybe put aluminium pins in it instead of the oh, that'd be alright, you know. Yeah, it's probably round about where I want it, to be honest. I'll just use ash and it'll be nice.
And the rocket will pitch in one direction or the other depending upon how the throttle works.
So welcome to lovely sunny Lincolnshire once again. Beautiful sunshine. Finished the knife. Right, let me explain a couple of things here. I ended up putting softwood scales on it in the end, just to try and keep it balancing. Because I used softwood, I stained it because it would have got very dirty otherwise, and just put a lacquer on it. I don't really like lacquer and tools, but where softwood's involved, it's especially with a knife that's meant to live outside, it's going to make it last a lot longer with the waterproof coating on it. Made a little sheath that I'm sure I didn't show you, but I'm still getting to grips with my little Chinese sewing machine. So once I suss that out, I'll probably do a couple of videos on my little cobbler's sewing machine. But there's not got a belt loop on it or anything, because I don't think you can really wear this on a belt, because it'd be sticking into your armpit all the time. Either that or it'll be tripping you up. So it's merely a hood, I suppose you'd call it, if it was an axe, but it's just to protect it. Either way, no one cares about it anyway, do they? So we're gonna obviously you can't make a knife on YouTube without cutting bits. Wind is making this awkward. Shh! Stop it! Thank you. Okay, so it's sharp enough to cut paper. It went better inside. Yeah, too windy. Now the test everyone's waiting for, the water bottle test. I haven't actually tried this before. All the knives I made, I never chopped a bottle of water in half. It's probably going to go all over the camera. It's definitely going to go all over my truck, and then this place will be a wasp magnet for the next century. But we'll try it in the long handle position here. Eh? Oh. Well, that wasn't entirely as planned. Obviously, I wanted to avoid hitting the side of my truck with a big knife. Try it again. Oh, that was good. That was good. I don't know if we'll have the full effect on slow motion, but it chopped the bottle in half. Let's go out into the bush and see if we can find some bush tuckery things to do, you know? as much proof as you could possibly need that this knife is perfect. Yep, I'm not really sure. It's hard to tell from a 5-minute test. It's definitely got good ability to clear an area. A lot of power on a swing. It's not falling apart yet because it's a soft handle. It's not as nimble as a small knife, obviously, as you'd expect, but definitely not as cumbersome as a machete if you choke it up on the blade there. I think the thing to do is go and have a little camping trip sometime and actually figure out how this does. Or better still, give it to my brother because it's his birthday. He's incredibly old and ancient, so I'll send this his way and he can test it for me. Alright folks, hope you enjoyed this. If you've got any suggestions on what you reckon the perfect bush knife would be, stick them down below in the comments. If you want to help fund my new workshop, please consider Patreon, link in the description below. And if you're not already, have a go, subscribe to my channel. Loads of weird stuff going on here, and like, it's always a great help if you like it. But other than that, goodbye folks, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later. Bye bye.